will be giving you hopefully several hair tutorials and how-tos. So today I'm going to start with the fishtail braid. A lot of people have been asking me, and I'm going to start with the very basics, so sit back and enjoy. Alright, so the key to any braid, I have found for the most part, is kind of dirty hair. I washed mine last night, but it's still pretty silky soft. So what I like to do to start out with is use a little product to give it a little grit, a little texture, makes it easier to hold and the braid to stay in place, you're not pieces flying everywhere. My favorite product to use is a dry shampoo. I use it actually quite frequently. It's called Blow Faux Dry Shampoo. Everyone has their favorite products. I suggest using what you're familiar with, what you love, just kind of roll from there. Sometimes people use after shower products. This one's a good to use at any given time. So I'm going to start with that. Dry shampoo is basically a baby powder. I like to apply it to a paddle brush, which you can see I use it quite frequently, that's why it's white. And just spritz some in there, see, and brush it around my crown. This gives a little volume, get rid of any oil from the day. Feel free to apply as much or as little of whichever product you use. Just enough that you don't have greasy hair, but have good texture. Alright, get the part wherever you'd like. Maybe brush out the knots before you start the process. Alright, so we got a little texture. Another option, this is just an option, you don't have to do it, I just like a lot of volume around my crown when I have braids, is I use a back comb brush. This is just one I picked up from Ulta. You can find them at Sephora. You can use a paddle brush, whatever you have laying around, and just go around your crown, the top of your head, and back comb around, nothing crazy, but just a little bit to give your hair some volume. Alright, look a little crazy, but don't worry about it. It will all be maintained. Alright, just kind of fuss with it, tease it. Don't worry about it looking imperfect. Alright, so the second thing you're going to want to have out and handy is a hair tie. Obviously, that goes without saying. I like to use, I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with them, scrunchy, clear, no damage hair ties. Just because they kind of blend in with the braid and you're not left staring at a huge hair tie or scrunchie. So whatever you'd like to use, your preference, just have it out and ready and handy. So once you start braiding your hair, you won't really have a spare hand to dig around and look for that hair tie. Alright, so get your hair tie ready, set it out. And I like to do my braids from the side, but your preference, place it however you'd like it. I'm going to show you how I do it from the side. So your hair. I like to put mine on my left side and just kind of take your hand and casually get all, don't worry about the little pieces, but all the big pieces over. Alright, and don't worry about pieces around your face. Big pieces hanging out, we'll take care of that later. That's what bobby pins are for, right? So with your one piece, you're going to separate it into two large pieces, like that, okay? So we got our two pieces, and the trick to this is you're going to start from taking a piece on the outside of one of your big pieces. Doesn't matter if you start with the front and the back. I like to start with the back, personally. I don't know why, but do whatever is comfortable with you. So take a piece from the outside. Alright. And pull it over that piece you pulled it from. So over that, and just combine it with the rest of the other piece. Alright? We're going to do the same thing with the other side. Taking a piece, this is a weird piece, it has my bangs, and pull it over and combine it with your other piece. Alright? And this is going to be kind of repetitive because we're basically just doing this. Alright? So again, I missed it the first time, taking the piece, going over it, combining it with this other piece. Okay? And again. It's going to take practice to get this one down. Don't worry about it. Have faith, you'll get it. And another thing, don't worry too much about the size of the pieces you're pulling. They don't have to be uniform. It's just going to create a different look. And you'll see at the end, because I'm going to kind of pull it and tease it and make it look a little different. So they don't have to be exactly uniform. All right. So for time's sake, I'm going to end my braid here, okay? So reach whenever you're done. Probably beat me, but grab your handy dandy hair tie and wrap it around. Alright, so we have our braid. So you could be happy with the way this looks, leave it, be done with it. It's great. Enjoy, hope you figured it out, have fun practicing. If you want to take this a few steps further and give it a little oomph, stay tuned. We'll walk you through the rest of the process of giving your fishtail braid kind of an edgy look. Alright, so if you decide to stick around, this is the next step. So lightly just pull the pieces apart. I already did, obviously, as you can tell, but I'll keep pulling, just for example's sake. Just pull them apart lightly. You're not pulling the hair out, you're just kind of pulling outward and upward. Alright, another way to do this, if you'd like, is to take your thumb to the back of it in the middle and push up as you push out. Be careful if you have short layers, not to pull it all the way out, otherwise tragedy strikes. Alright, so do this to as much as you're liking, so you like the way it looks. And then another thing I like to do at this point is to kind of take my hands and rake them, not through my hair, but just a little bit, like you're giving yourself a nice little scalp massage, right? And just do that all the way around. Careful again if you have short layers. And I just do this to kind of create that volume so that my braid doesn't look pasted to my head. Alright? So it's totally optional. It's kind of enjoyable, so I recommend it. Alright? And this creates a forgiveness zone. All those little random hairs that were poking out and just looking weird now all kind of create the same look, volume, right? Last and final step to the fishtail braid involves a curling iron. See this? Take your finger off the trigger, let go. We're just going to use the wand itself, and any stray pieces, maybe framing your face is what is used for ideally. Take them and just wrap them around a couple times. Not all the way to the crown. 1, 2, 3, done. Just a very loose wave. Angle your curling iron down is the best way to do this. Curl more where you think you need it, where it's needed. Alright, and you can do that wherever you have pieces sticking out. It just creates a really soft, playful look. Alright, and that completes our look. I hope you enjoyed the fishtail, and I hope you were able to successfully do it. Alright, so until next time, thanks for watching.